On the news this morning, Anambra State government budgets 2.5 billion naira for youth development. Journalists urged to champion issues promoting welfare of women and children. Doctors asked federal government to also provide psychiatric care for citizens, as former U.S. President Trump sued for crime committed 27 years ago. Hello, beautiful morning to you and welcome to Breakfast News on ABS Television. I am David Okwakwasele. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Anambra State government has budgeted a total sum of 2.5 billion naira for youth development. The Commissioner for Culture, Tourism and Entertainment, Mr. Don Onyenji, unveiled this during the first edition of Anambra Entertainers Meet and Greet interactive session held in Oka. Correspondent Wayne Anibogo reports.
The event attracted dancers, models, comedians, musicians, filmmakers, hype men, influencers, political appointees, among others. Mr. Onyenji disclosed that the essence of the event was to engage the youth and to know the potentials of Anambra State-based youth to give them the needed support. While saying that the economy belongs to the youth, Mr. Onyenji explained that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has great value for tourism and entertainment and listed various projects the government is involved into aimed at making Anambra State conducive for entertainment and tourism sector.
Because the economy belongs to the youth. So we need to change the status quo and get involved in shaping the economy to suit us, to ensure that we take you along in governance. Because you are also moderators of the economy.
In his remark, the Speaker, Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Uchenna Okafor, told the participants of the commitment of government to tackling insecurity in the state. He also noted that government is there to promote talents and mentioned the proposed leisure park that will be built in the state, as well as ABS Film Village, as part of what the government is doing to promote film industry in the state.
We know it is not as it used to be. All of you believe that the present administration has done considerably well in making sure that the insecurity in this state is being curtailed to a certain minimum. Everything possible to make sure that entertainment and leisure business is being promoted at its peak in this state.
In his comments, the representative of the Commissioner for Youth Development, Barrister Nonso Arinze, asked the youth to key into the programs and policies of Anambra State government, reminding them of the One Youth, Two Skills program aimed at making Anambra youth self-reliant.
What we need is people that have content, people that are creative. The ministry is here to partner with you once you have content, and that's what solution is all about.
Earlier in his speech, the lead planner of the event, Mr. Chukwuemeka Nnemezie, said that the event aimed to promote entertainment industry in Anambra State. The theme of the day, revamping and sustaining the entertainment industry in Anambra State. The managing director of the ABS, Sir Chido Obidiegu, and Mr. Marcel Manafa were among the dignitaries that graced the occasion, which featured creative performances at intervals. Queen Anibogo, ABS News.
Stakeholders at a multi-zonal media dialogue on dissemination of multiple indicator cluster survey have urged journalists to champion issues promoting the welfare of women and children in the society. The dialogue was organized for journalists from Southeast, South-South, and North Central by Broadcasting Corporation of Abia State, BCA, in collaboration with UNICEF in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. In her presentation, a UNICEF communication officer, Dr. Ijeoma Onohogwe, said promoting such issues in their reportage would help tackle some of their health challenges. Dr. Onohogwe explained that the dialogue was organized to galvanize media practitioners into action, as well as build synergy with government and persons in vantage positions to take favorable action for the well-being of children. Also speaking, UNICEF Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation Officer Mrs. Maureen Zubiokolo, who spoke on the availability of child health cards in states, disclosed that over 60% of Nigerian children are now registered at birth and expressed satisfaction that child marriage has reduced from 44% to 30% since 2016. Mrs. Zubi Okolo called on the media to intensify campaign against female circumcision, maltreatment of widows, and child trafficking to build a more progressive society. In his contribution, Dr. Nwachukwu of University of Port Harcourt Communication Department, who made a presentation on 2021 survey, explained that the household survey was developed by UNICEF to assist the country build more comprehensive database through survey and guide government in decision-making and policy formation. Dr. Nwachukwu regretted that 1 in every 10 children died due to poor government involvement and commitment on welfare of children and called on women to embrace exclusive breastfeeding, noting that exclusive breastfeeding is practiced more in Benue State than other states in the country. Anambra UNICEF Media Officer Frank Amadike of the ABS participated in the dialogue. Anambra Road Maintenance Agency, AMA, has so far intervened on over 20 roads across the state. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of AMA, Engineer Obin Nandoka, stated this while interacting with ABS Works correspondent Ngozi Obileri in his office in Awka.
According to Engineer Nandoka, the edict that set them up stipulates that they should ensure 0 potholes in roads across the state and in line with Governor Soludo's mandate for them to make all roads motorable. He said they have moved into the major roads and streets across the state, doing palliative work on failed portions of the roads. He listed some of the roads to include Works Road by DK Street, Oka, Obalemba Junction by Ekoka, Amansi Old Road, Inland Door Axis of Mpo Umuoji Road, Toronto Hospital Axis Onitsha, Limca Road Mpo, and many others. On the cause of road failure, Engineer Nandoka said that water and asphalt are life enemies, adding that water permeates various layers of the asphalt and destroys them. He called on Anambra to help AMA and Anambra State Government maintain quality roads by shunning indiscriminate dumping of refuse inside the drains.
Quick intervention of Ministry of Works and AMA through the directives of Mr. Governor to carry out palliative works and make the area passable for motorists. We've also carried out palliative works at Mpo Umuoji Road, precisely between or around Inland Doors section. Going there now, it's almost as if it's a newly constructed road.
Engineer Nandoka advised those selling water directly from the borehole to provide proper means of containing excess waters that flow along tarred roads, citing example with roads that failed due to flow of water directly from taps. He assured that more roads will receive attention from AMA as directed by the governor, whom he said has provided everything they needed to achieve the set goals.
I also advised Anambra to stop construction of structures along waterways and along drainages. These are the things that cause erosions and eroding of roadways. So if we do all this, our assurance is that our roads will be properly maintained and will last longer.
In Awka, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
As the 2023 general elections draw closer, youths have been urged to shun electoral violence but toe the path of peace, unity, and champion things that will bring development to Nigeria. The National Chairman, Christian Association of Nigeria Youth Wing, Yowikan, Ambassador Bello Sochukwu Enwerem, stated this during the leadership retreat of the Anambra State chapter of the organization held in Awka. Our correspondent, Queen Anibogo, completes the story.
Ambassador Enwerem, who said that the core mandate of Yowikan is preaching peace, declared that as the election draws near, youth are saying no to violence, vote buying, and that they want the best for the country. He said the organization has plethora of activities lined up for Nigerian youth and charged the youth to get their permanent voters card and vote according to their conscience. Ambassador Enwerem also appreciated security agencies across the country for their fight against insurgency and appealed to them to do more.
Let them know that this 2023 election, the youth are saying no to violence. That we don't want violence again. We don't want to be involved in any malpractices. We don't want to be used. Take your money. And we don't want you. We want the best for our country. We want the best for Nigeria. We want the best for our children. Do not allow the pulpit to be used ensuring campaign. We are saying no to that as well. Do not use the pulpit for campaigns. Allow the will of God to be done.
In his comments, the Anambra State Chairman of the organization, Honorable Nwabweze Nwokoye, disclosed that the leadership retreat with 2023 election in view is aimed at encouraging and mobilizing the youth to be part of the election. Speaking on the theme of the event, I will do a new thing, Honorable Nwokoye said it is a pointer to the fact that God will do a new thing in Nigeria. The voting pattern will change and people will no longer vote because they received monetary inducement, but vote according to their conscience.
And the theme of our program said, I will do a new thing, taken from Isaiah 43, 18 and 19. The reason for that theme is that if you look carefully, we understand as a church that God wants to do a new thing in Nigeria. And part of that new thing in Nigeria is that the voting pattern we are forcing will change. When people no longer vote because they collected 1 naira, 1,000, 2,000, and mortgage their conscience and sell their mandates until the next 4 years.
For the chairman, Nigerian Youth Council of Nigeria, Anambra State Chapter, Mr. Emeka Obi, youths should be prepared to occupy leadership positions in Nigeria and commended Yowikan for their supportive role in Anambra State. Highlights of the retreat were lecture, interactive section, prayers, among others. Queen Anibogo, ABS News.
In a bid to ensure a memorable Yuletide, traders and transporters in Awka South local government area have been warned to use the approved parks and markets to reduce traffic gridlocks. The Transition Committee Chairman for Awka South Council area, Mr. Thangoda Anago, gave the warning during an interview with ABS at the council headquarters. Chibuzo Bidike has the details.
Mr. Anago said that the council area had before now instituted a task force geared towards controlling wrong parking, trading on unapproved areas and waterways that caused congestion of the roads and debased the aesthetics nature of the city. The Awka South boss noted that the council area has equally mobilized sanitation committee headed by its councillors to ensure that the policies and programs of the present administration are replicated in all towns of the local government area, asking community stakeholders to key in by beautifying their communities and villages ahead of the Yuletide.
Cleanliness. And because we want to key in into the agenda of Mr. Governor, you should have to follow suit. We have to have a clean, green environment that is livable and prosperous. That's what he told us. So we want to do same that he's doing at the state level, at this AG. If every AG conducts herself like this, they will have that overall clean environment.
Contributing, the head of enforcement in the council, Prince Ike Chukwundigwe, said that the council will increase its routine decongestion campaign against indiscriminate dumping of refuse, as well as discouraging traders from trading on the roadsides, as according to him, life is paramount. Prince Ndigwe pointed out that the council area has initiated collaboration with market and transport leaders to ensure that they sustain any achievement recorded, but warned that the task force will maintain its tempo in supporting the state government to achieve its goals.
Cleanliness is next to godliness. So if that place, the areas are clean, those that are on the way, selling on the way, are chased away, you will see motor will come freely, park, buy something and go, and nobody will disturb them.
Some road users, including Mr. Chike Ibekwe and Mrs. Virginia Okeke, applauded the state government for its intervention, especially at the popular Ikoaka market, which before now was impassable. In Awka, Chibuzo Bidiki, ABS News.
On the national scene, the President Association of Psychiatrists in Nigeria, Professor Taiwo Obindo, says the country currently has a ratio of 1 qualified psychiatric doctor to 1 million Nigerians. He made the worrisome disclosure in Enugu at the 53rd Annual General and Scientific Meeting of all psychiatric doctors in Nigeria holding at the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Enugu. The 4-day meeting, which started on November 23, is themed Insecurity and Forced Displacement, Mental Health and Psychological Implication. On the team, Dr. Obindo, who is with the Jos University Teaching Hospital, noted that those that were entangled within the current insecurity and forced displacement had continued to face psychological and psychiatric trauma and disorders. He noted that government and other organizations providing succor should not only provide food and shelter items, but also psychological and psychiatric care. According to him, the country should ensure they recover from the shock of insecurity scenes they witness or their personal losses. Writer E. Jean Carroll has sued Donald Trump in the United States of New York for allegedly raping her in the 1990s. Ms. Carroll, aged 78, is among the first to sue under the Adult Survivors Act, which came into effect on Thursday. The state law allows a one-year period for victims to file sexual assault lawsuits in New York over claims that would have otherwise exceeded statute limitations. The former president has denied the allegations against him. Ms. Carroll alleges the attack took place in a New York luxury department store dressing room 27 years ago. And then in football, Iran has arrested a prominent former member of its national football team on Thursday over his criticism of the government. The Tehran authorities have been grappling with nationwide protests for several months that have now cast a shadow over its participation at the World Cup. Voria Ghafouri was arrested for insulting the national football team and propagandizing against the government, news agencies had reported. Ghafouri, who was not chosen to go to the World Cup, has been an outspoken critic of Iranian authorities throughout his career. He objected to a long-standing ban on women spectators at men's football matches, as well as Iran's confrontational foreign policy, which has led to crippling Western sanctions. And that's the news this morning. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by following or by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. You can follow us on YouTube at ABS Television Oka, or on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. Before we go, here are the main points again. We told you that Anambra State government has budgeted 2.5 billion naira for youth development. We also told you that journalists have been urged to champion issues promoting welfare of women and children. Doctors have asked the federal government to also provide psychiatric care for citizens, as former U.S. President Donald Trump has been sued for crime committed 27 years ago. Here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's continue to give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the news this morning. Thanks for joining us. The Weekend Show continues right after now. Stay with us.